Good morning, YouTubes. This is Danykia with Let's Play Port Royale 3. As a lot of you know, I've been playing this off and on since it came out. I did pre-order the game and have a great little vessel. So let's start it out. Choose our name, of course Danykia. I'm of course female. My flag, I always choose the sun. Just personal preference. I'm feeling British. A lot of you guys know I would love to live in England. So let's go ahead and start game here. Okay, so right now the best thing to do is look at our reputations. We are neutral with everyone. So we got Spain, France, England, who is at war with Holland. Okay, so let's go into our first things first here. This is our little ship. We have a little Vespar. I have one ship with 8 cannons with a 10 speed and 100% health. Let's go ahead and max out our little thing here. I wonder if I can buy a ship yet. No. Okay, so we're going to go to the docks, hit our equipment first, get our passengers. Make sure we get everything that we need in case we get jumped. As you can see, my rank is up here. It's called Ship's Girl. And after buying my stuff, I have 1,000 gold. This is your combat screen where you maximize what ships go out for combat. I just always hit max. You can organize and do it yourself. It's not my preference. Okay, so wheels next to an object means it's being produced at this port. So let's grab us some sugar, some hemp, some cotton. You never want to, if you're trying to build up reputations with said town, you never want to take the last green dot away. So, there we go. We have a tavern.
I can show your captains how to make better time at sea.
You could buy this, but I honestly, personally, don't buy any of the teaching stuff except for the repairs, just due to the fact that, well, you're going to learn it anyways. Okay, and this is our warehouse. This is where people set up store, or where you store your goods. Okay, it costs me $150. Excuse me. I have 1,000 spaces available. Now if I need to rent someone else's warehouse, it'll tell me how much it's costing me here. This tells me what's in my warehouse. I have nothing, as you can see. And I can hire a steward. Once you hire a steward, it gives you options, which we'll get into that later. Let's get to our church and pray. Pray for good weather. Nothing in the tavern. Now, if the admin stuff had something for you to do, there would be a list here. So let's take our first sailing. Okay, so I only know a very little spot, and you find out other villages by basically sailing to them. So we're going to sail down here to Isabel. And dock. Okay, so go to our tavern, have a bottle of rum. I do that because there's an achievement to go to every tavern in the game. I have yet to manage to do that. So we're going to sell our sugar, sell our hemp, and see our reputation's increasing. We're going to take the cloth, sell our cotton, buy us some tobacco, and sell us some clothing, buy us some rope. Okay. Now, if we didn't have it maxed out, you could come here and buy more stuff. As you see here, though, it says there's 74 settlers in town. 21 of them is willing to offer me their services. As your population and popularity, which is marked right here, goes up in a town, more and more of these settlers will be willing to work for you. And there's a 900 population in general of the town. Okay, and let's go ahead and leave town here. Click the world map. Now see how this says cotton? They're in desperate need of cotton. That means there's a cotton short. This icon right here means the town's under attack. They need wood. Let's go down to San Diego here. You can choose, like that, you can choose to do your skills out here, which is trading, or you can go into your town. Most of the time I prefer going into the town, just because once you unlock the ability to do quests for the Viceroy, it becomes very useful. And that's basically the beginning of Port Royale 3. Now, once you build up enough money and you can buy you a couple ships, I personally think it increases the speed of the game if you pick an allied city, nation. Last game I did France. You can do England. It's just if someone's at war, I should say, 'cause they have to be at war. So let's exit here. So England's at war with Holland. So if I was to say go to a Holland town like Charlestown up here and attack it and annex it for England, I will earn a lot of gold and a lot of reputation. I plunder first, and then you plunder and then you annex, but you'll have the gold from that plunder to help take care of expenses like buying and selling. And as the time elapses, each port will start producing more and more goods because more and more people will settle. You also will have the opportunity yourself to buy land and produce your own goods. Normally I only do that once I've taken over a city, but let me show you here. Go to the architect and you buy 2 licenses in here and you can build. So you can build your warehouse, a residence, a sawmill, cotton farm, hemp, blacksmith, tobacco plantation, a school, a hospital, big shipyard, and a manor. It'll make that your new hometown. This is really good because once you get your wife, she tells you a lot of things. But see, this is the start of the village over here, away from the port. You have a cotton farm here. You have some residents. You have a blacksmith. you have a hemp plantation. See, when you have the ability to buy a license, it'll show you all the little places you can build, and there'll be little green circles here, which, like I said, we'll show that later. Maybe not this episode, just due to the fact that time restraints and everything. And that's pretty much Port Royale 3. Now, I mean, you can be a privateer, which later on, I do that against pirates. I pirate the pirates, basically. If you have a good sense of the barrel shows you what you have in your cargo, by the way. And this shows you your overview. That shows you your captain. My captain's name is George Barnett. And see, we've already earned 1 sailing. And then you can create a trade route in which he would go on his own without you. Since I only have my 1 ship, that's not really useful right now. So, I'm going to Havana, which is a newly explored. Notice how you got close to it and it popped up. Same thing. Okay. Well, guys, that's it for this episode of Danykia's Let's Play Port Royale 3, our first look at it. Remember, comment, rate, and subscribe. Check us out on Twitch every evening at 4 p.m. At Twitch TV/The Gaming. I'm out, and I'll catch you guys on the flip side.